The US power grid is struggling. It wasn't built to handle the explosion in energy demand from the recent AI boom, with companies needing 24/7 reliable power just to stay online. Also, pair this with the fact that energy demand for data centers is set to triple over the next 5 years alone. China, on the other hand, are building not one, not two, but 33 nuclear reactors to secure its energy future. Compare this to the US, zero. One company is looking to change this. Fermi, ticker symbol FRMI. Fermi is an American nuclear startup set to rival China's current push for energy dominance. Its co-founder has close ties with the current administration, and the new plant they are building is named after Donald Trump himself, which is a crazy glaze. If they somehow manage to pull off all the plans they set out, this company could power America's AI revolution. So what does Fermi do? Or what does Fermi plan to do? So Fermi's main project is called Project Matador. So what is Project Matador? Well, Project Matador is Fermi's big plan to build the biggest private power grid in the world. This is going to consist of solar, natural gases, and most importantly, nuclear. And its plan is to generate 11 gigawatts of energy. To put 11 gigawatts of energy into perspective, Britain has 29 million homes. 11 gigawatts could power 27 million of them. So this plant that they're planning to build can power over 90% of Britain's houses. The only issue is it's not in Britain, it's in America, so we're going to still be struggling to pay our energy bills. So Fermi isn't just an energy play, it's a vertically integrated data center play as well. By 2038, which I know is a long time, but stick with me, it plans to have 18 million square foot worth of data centers, and all this is powered by the 11 gigawatt nuclear facility that they have planned. They also have plans to build 3 of the largest data center campuses in existence. This company has a mission. So as mentioned earlier, one of the co-founders of Fermi, Rick Perry, has close ties with the current administration. So this guy used to be the Secretary of Energy for the Department of Energy in Trump's previous term. So this guy knows the Orange Man very well. And not only does he know the Orange Man very well, he knows all the people who work in the Department of Energy very well. Why is this important? Not only does Rick Perry have expertise in the energy industry, so he knows what works, he knows what doesn't. He also knows all the people in the Department of Energy who give grants to different energy companies. Grants are very important for startups. With the Republican Party being in office, the conversation around energy has shifted from a more eco-friendly, renewable, wind farm type conversation, and it's shifted to a geopolitical infrastructure arms race with China conversation. So energy companies that don't care as much about the environment, but they care about producing as much energy as possible so we can compete with other global superpowers, are more likely to receive government funding because the administration is red. So what does Fermi need to succeed? First of all, it needs an LPO loan from the Department of Energy. So an LPO loan isn't just cheap finance. This is essentially a stamp of approval from the government. And what this does is it eliminates a lot of risk in the company because it's going to get the secure funding. at a very low interest rate. And what this de-risk provides is a safer investment opportunity from private investors. If this project was solely financed by private investors, there'll be a lot more risk, and also for Fermi, it'd be getting charged a lot higher interest rates by private investors. What we also need is one of the other co-founders, Toby Neugebauer, We need this guy to stay out of controversy because he has a history of turmoil. In recent history, Mr. Neugebauer has been in the news. So basically this guy created an anti-woke banking app. I think he was co-founder with Candace Owens, I believe. Don't quote me on that. This thing went bankrupt, pretty much, which is fair enough. These things happen. But reports on how Mr. Neugebauer acted during his time at Glorify is where it gets a bit worrying for Fermi investors. I'm not sure it's confirmed, but allegedly Mr. Neugebauer used to like a cheeky pint on the job. Maybe not just a cheeky pint. I think he was a raging alcoholic on the job, and he had a bit of a short temper, and no one really liked him at the company. So, not the most ideal co-founder, but what we know is he's got money, he's got influence, and he might be able to help Fermi succeed. We shall see. If he could just keep away from the bevies for a few years, till 2038, Mr. Neugebauer, come on, you can do that. So if they can secure this cheap funding, and if the leadership is adequate, then Fermi might be the gamble for you. And I will say it's a gamble because this company has zero revenue at the minute. And it's currently valued at 11.23 billion, which is quite a lot. So it's tough to value a company with zero revenue. But based on its current valuation of 11.23 billion and its goal to produce 11 gigawatts of power, this puts it around 1 billion, just over a billion per gigawatt. If we compare this to the likes of Constellation Energy, so they're valued over 100 billion and they currently produce 33 gigawatts worth of energy. So if you do the maths, they're looking at around 3 billion per gigawatt. The only difference is Constellation Energy actually produce energy. Fermi is just all a vision at the minute. But can they sell the vision to you is the question. My overall judgment on this stock, if you fancy a gamble, go for it. Me personally, I'm going to stay away from it at its current price. If it hits the really low figures, I'm talking the tens, then I might dabble. But at the current valuation for a company with zero revenue, I think there's better bets in the market. But if you've got money you don't mind losing, this could be a 10xer, a 20xer. We don't know. The risk is there. And as you know, with risk comes reward. Or you lose all your money because Mr. Neugebauer's, I don't know, gone on a 10-day bender and sold all the shares. I don't know. That's the beauty of the stock market. You don't know what's going to happen. You're just going to make educated guesses. And sometimes you've got to take a bit of a gamble. Me personally, this is too big of a gamble for now. But if the price falls a bit, drops down to the 10 range, I'm there. I'll stick a few quid in. I will just finish off on this company. It's in the AI energy sector, which has a lot of demand at the minute. has a lot of volatility. It's also got people in its team with very significant links to very important people in government. So that's why it has going for it. Let me know what you think below. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, and if you've got any stocks you want me to look at, let me know. All the best.